Hello, everyone. It's Iveoma, your guide to Nigeria. And today I am sitting with Udochi, the founder of Ola Obi. I'm so excited to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
And we're going to be talking about her jewelry line and the giveaway. So stay tuned to the end of the video so you can qualify for a giveaway of 2 beautiful necklaces. All of this is coming up. Please make sure to like, comment below. Those are amazing ways to support my channel. Thank you. Okay, so let's jump in on your jewelry lines.
So, Ola Obi is a jewelry line that focuses on trying to create romantic jewelry that is centered around Igbo themes. So most of the jewelry, and it came from the idea to create these Igbo love poems that just are written in Igbo and translated into English. And so like I've had a long time interest in just creating Igbo products, just because I'm Igbo and I kind of understand the culture a little bit more than I understand other cultures. So that's why the focus has kind of been Igbo. But I also hope to inspire other cultures to do the same. I'm not someone who's like, an Igbo elitist or something like that. I actually really just love cultures, African cultures and things like that. So I have a kind of desire for like African cultures and us to really be proud of ourselves. As somebody who lives in the diaspora, we have a certain view of, our culture. And, even though we pride ourselves on the fact that we have this culture, there's still so much that is left unacknowledged. And so one of the things I think that a lot of people in diaspora kind of get into their heads is that Igbo is not really a romantic language.
Yes, I've heard that.
Like if you see all the kind of jokes that we do about Igbo, it's usually like just aggressive speaking of Igbo. There's a guy, his name is Ugochukwu Alugwe, and he writes poetry using Igbo language, just pure Igbo, doesn't even translate it, on Facebook. And somehow we became friends on Facebook, and I was seeing this poetry and I was so impressed by it because he was doing this kind of challenge, writing poetry for it was like 365 days. He extended it to like 500 days.
Wow.
So literally every single day he would write a new poem and put it on Facebook in Igbo. And I was like, whoa, like this is impressive because first of all, who's out here reading and writing in Igbo these days? Even people in Igbo land are not really, doing it like that.
Yeah.
I was really impressed by him. At the time, I was already doing other things with Igbo language, and creating products and things with Igbo, using with other people in Nigeria. So when I saw him doing this poetry, and Valentine's Day was coming up and everything, the thought came to my head, hey, like, let me do that. Let me see if he'd be willing to write a line of poetry. And then I was like, let me create this line of jewelry, and see, like, I wasn't even sure if the poems would be good. So I just said, let me give it a shot. And so I gave him some instructions and kind of let him take it away. And so he came up with, I think it was like a lot of poems, like 50, poems.
He just came up with 50?
But he came up with 50 poems. And the way it's set up is, he comes up with a pet name, an Igbo pet name, because Igbos love calling their girls, Wanyama Sisa, or like this types of names, like pet names, like, Omali Chanwa, all these things. So Igbos loved calling each other pet names. So he came up with like 50 pet names for both men and women. And then he wrote poems that kind of like encapsulate that pet name. And it's just, for me, very beautiful. A lot of people find it like very beautiful, almost shocking how beautiful Igbo people describe the love they have for each other. So it's really a turn on the stereotype and an opportunity to really appreciate Igbo for the beauty of the language.
Wow. Okay. So what is the name of your brand? Like, what is the meaning?
The meaning of Ola Obi is, it could mean like one of two things, and to me, but Igbo is one of those languages that like one thing can mean so many things. But Ola is just basically jewel, or jewel, and like Olacha is silver, Oledo is gold.
Mm-hmm.
So Ola itself is just jewel. And then Obi is can be heart or like your home.
Yeah, when I think of OB, I think of home.
Yeah. So you could consider it to mean jewelry, like heart jewelry, like
which
jewelry
is the
from the
meaning
heart
that you want,
which is the initial meaning, like
Yeah.
the initial meaning. But lately I've been adding insibidi necklaces, which is still Igbo or West African. Like we had a writing system before the colonization, and you know it wasn't widely spread throughout our Igbo land of this writing system. It was kind of like something that was relegated to specific groups of people. But now a lot of people have been taking it up. Like the insibidi was featured in Black Panther, and there's a lot of people, artists, using insibidi for various other things.
That's cool to know.
Yeah, so now it becomes olobi, meaning like the jewelry of like our home, like the jewelry of our where we're from.
God, I love that meaning.
Thank you.
I didn't. Okay. I love that. Okay, thank you so much for explaining. Right now, we're gonna take a look at her jewelry that she's gonna gift my audience. I'm super excited. So tell us about this one.
So this one is interlocking rings, and they can be, if you look very closely to them, there's two rings here that interlock, that they're actual connected to each other. Like they don't separate, but they're two rings that are interlocking.
So when you get it, you're going to get the actual poem, and I'm going to insert a voice note right now.
Akwụkwọ niile juru n'ọhịa, agadi nwaanyị ahọrọ ụkazi, ikenga m, ibu ike m na nchedo m.
So now we're going to move on to the second necklace.
So this one is one of from our luxury heart collection. It is a heart with a little jewel in it, a little kind of diamondish encrusted jewel in there. These are options for the poetry for women.
Ama m onye dị obi m mma, onye m ji enwe aṅụrị. Anya m hụrụ gị na-eju m afọ, okwu ọnụ gị na-emeda m obi. Anya m ledara n'ime ala obi gị, sọsọ ịhụnanya ka m na-ahụ.
You can get the same poem with any jewelry. So if there's any particular jewelry you want and you want to like go through and see which particular poem might fit your expression, well, you can just kind of, okay, I want this jewel, but I want it with this poem. So you can kind of, mix and match.
Okay, that's very sweet. If you guys want to enter the giveaway, you've made it to the end of the video. I'm so happy and pleased with you. Comment below your favorite pet name. Your pet name that you either like to call your loved one or you like to be called, any language. It doesn't matter. I know many of my audience, like you guys are all different tribes and everything. So these are the giveaway rules. Step 1, what is your favorite pet name? Comment below my YouTube video. Step 2, follow Ikeja Nation on Instagram and comment underneath posts with a new word you learned in an indigenous African language. I really hope that people will sympathize with and understand the call to make African languages love languages, because I think a lot of people right now, kind of when they think of love languages, they think of French, they think of French, Italian, Portuguese, Spanish, things like that. And, that's all well and good, but we have to remember that it became that way just out of, it's not because it sounds so much better than our language. It's really because someone wrote a book and they said that it's a love language or whatever. So let's reclaim love languages. Let's reclaim African languages as love languages, even if it's not Igbo, but whatever language you speak, let's speak with love, no matter what language it is that you speak. Yeah, it's my message for you. I like that. I like that message. You guys take on the call, right? Thank you so much for watching to the end. Remember, if you ever want to move back to Nigeria, you can. I've created resources for you. And yeah, so come back if you want to. Bye now. Bye.